guys, it's Kelly from Cards by Christine here with you on yet another kit class for August of 2025. Sorry, this was sitting here and I thought that'd be a little funny. So, hello. It's me. Susan, thank you so much for joining and being right away ready on the draw. So, we are coming to this morning, okay? So, yesterday was Christine's $1 million sale party, and it was an incredible time. We had a great time celebrating, connecting, and just being together, which is what this is all about. So, I did not get enough sleep last night, but here I am. I'm so excited to be with you. Today we are making a home decor kit. We are, hello to Randy and Connie. Thank you so much for joining. The Harvest Home Garland Kit. So I've seen it. I know what it's like, what it's about, but I'm anxious and nervous to make it because this is not cards. Hello, Tanya and Mary. Thank you so much for being here. Sorry, comments are over there again. I need to get some things situated, but we will be fine. So yes, so I'm excited to make this. Like I said, a little nervous though, so we'll see how it goes. So without further ado, let's see what we're playing with. Hello, Deb. Thank you so much for joining, watching in the car on the way home. So I got to see so many people yesterday. It was great, including people that I see often and people that I don't get to see that often at all. So it was so nice to see Deb and her husband. It has been, oh man, has it been since like 2021 or so? I don't know. It's been a long time. Hello, Juliana from East Hampton, Connecticut. Thank you so much for joining. Oh, goodness. Wow, look at that. So, yeah, it was great. We had a wonderful time. We will be sharing pictures and all of that fun stuff after we recover. All right, so the box is a little bigger. There's a lot of things that they needed to fit in here. So the box is a little bigger than normal. And of course, we've got lots of different supplies than we're used to. So let's see what we are playing with today. This is a thick one. So, I'm curious to see what the instructions say. Oh my goodness. Okay, I started the wrong way. Contains supplies for 1 garland. Okay, so I was wondering if we knew how long it was, but I don't think we do at least yet. So, coordinating Stampin' Up! Colors for this kit are Cajun Craze, Lost Lagoon, Old Olive, Pecan Pie, Very Vanilla, Copper, Gray, and Ivory. So that's what we're playing with today. We've got some acorns on Florist wire. The word I was coming up with was wine. I was like, okay, I know it's not wine. It's florist wire. Good morning, Karen Wetstein. Thank you so much for joining us. It was great seeing you yesterday as well. Okay, so then this appears to be the base of the garland. You guys, I'm so nervous. Did I say that like 5 times already? Okay, let's see here. Okay, so this is a nice, thick, wired base. Oh, okay, so this is longer than I was anticipating. Sorry, there's no way, no good way to show you what we got going on here. Here we go. So, I've got the little loopy ends and I'm stretching it out. I'm guessing this is about 6 feet because I'm 5'5", and I mean, it's my wingspan. So it's somewhere between 5.5 and 6 feet. So there you go. That's what we are going to be putting this on. Oh man, this is gonna step me out of my comfort zone. And you know, the funny thing is, I used to make home decor things, not often, but more often in high school when I was in 4-H. But okay, there we go. All right, ooh, is this a hot glue thing? Let's see here. Yes, 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 yes. I'm gonna call, oh wait, is the hot glue gun down here? I think the hot glue gun's down here. I'm gonna have to go get that. So in the instructions, the first things we are doing are popping things out, I think, and then like zhuzhing them up. But then eventually, to get them onto this, we are going to be using a hot glue gun, and that's noted here by the little icons. So I will go get that stuff in just a minute. Okay. So we've got this oh, this is 2 pieces. So it's like, it's a thick cardstock. I think it's got some thickness to it, but it's die cut and it's got some embossed elements on it, and it's on a very pulpy paper. I don't know if you can pick up on that texture. So we've got 2 of that. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the copper. Here you can get a better look at what those embossed elements look like. Then we've got 2 gray, 2 blue. Now the gray was also very pulpy. This is more of a flat cardstock. Okay, then these have some color bars on them. I'm not quite sure yet what that's for. Okay, then we have a different arrangement. These are doubled up, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets of this. Now we've got green, red, vanilla, lighter green. I'm not sure if these are Stampin' Up colors or like variations of the Stampin' Up colors. Like, I'm not sure if this is soft seafoam or just like an offshoot of the old olive. Because I don't think... Well, let's get back to our instructions here. Yeah, so like soft seafoam is not listed. So I think that is just like a shade of old olive. So this, I would assume, is somewhere on the Cajun Craze spectrum. And then here we have some very unique ones. These are printed colors, so they're not colored cardstock. And these are twofers. We've got 2 colors on 1 pack of leaves. So now what do we do? Okay, let's go ahead and, where did I put my box? Oh, over here. Step 1. I think we are just punching all of these out. Mama G, I think that's Maria Gilbertson. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was great to see you yesterday. Thank you so much for joining. So I'm guessing here that we are punching all of the leaves out. So that's how I am interpreting the instructions. So that is what I am going to do next. All right. So when there are multiples of the same, so there are 2 each of these leaves, when there are multiples, I like to punch them out at the same time just to save a little bit of time. So we've got those two. And I'm very curious here how many leaves we are ending up with. Because there are a lot. We've got a lot of work ahead of us. Okay, I think, oh man. I don't know if I go ahead and punch all of these out. I can tell already that we are not going to make the whole garland on this video. If I had to guess, this is going to take several hours. I could be wrong. Okay, there we got a couple more. Okay, so this is the only sheet of leaves that are the bi-colored leaves. So we're going to, I'm going to just couple these up. On a pile and put them off to the side. Okay, then we have leaves galore. I'm going to go back to the instructions for a second here. Also going to move this out of the way because I keep bumping it. So I think this is just showing all sorts of different like that there are a variety of different leaves. Then I think this is showing that we are going to fold the leaves that are singular in half, and we're going to fold the doubles down the crease. What I'm trying to figure out is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So are there 10 on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just trying to figure out how we are spacing them on the garland so that we don't run out of leaves or have it too sparingly that it's too empty. So, I guess I'm just gonna keep punching them out for now and see what we end up with. I'm trying to figure out if I can, I feel like they were very descriptive here with how, like the picture shows very well, like what color leaves are where and how they're attached. I just don't want it to be so stressful as to need to do it like this exactly, if that makes any sense. Like I want to just grab the garland and put things where I think they look good, not feel like, okay, so now I need the green one here, and then this one's next, and then that one. So I'm just trying to game plan. So, without further ado, I think what I'm going to do is punch a couple of the leaves out. And I'm going to go through the different colors and punch out different varieties. And then I'll come back at you with another live recap of how I finished it up. We did this once before when we did the flowers. It was too much to do all in one live. So then I did a recap when I was done, which worked out really well. I did that also with the scrapbook kit. So I want to get a variety of different shapes. So that's why I'm kind of going through and picking a different leaf on each color scheme. I'm going to skip the copper for a minute. Okay, we've got this blue color. And then the textured leaves. All right, so which is going to be the lucky leaf here? We'll do this one. All right, then let's get some of the copper leaves out. So there's 4 here, so we'll do 2 and 2. We'll pick 2 different varieties of leaves. Wow, this copper is stunning in person. Okay, and then we have the doubles of the copper, and I think I'm going to be okay without them. I'm just going to do one segment of the garland here just to show you, and then we'll finish it up and bring it back on with the cliff notes. So I'm going to do the first section that is shown here in number 5. I'm not there yet, but I'm going to quick go grab the hot glue gun. Then we'll work on the acorns, and then we will do step number 5. Give me just a second. All right, I found the glue stick, which is important. We'll use that too. But I need to see if Chris can grab the glue gun. Okay. So now that I have some of the leaves punched out, let's go ahead and start folding them. So the copper ones are single-sided. So we want to fold them, I'm gonna say down the middle with the copper in. Ah! It looks like for the singles, the suggestion is to fold them completely in half. I'm not going to do that with the copper. I am undetermined or decided if I'm going to do that for the colored leaves are not, just because I think then they have to be opened back up when they're put on the garland. I don't know, guys. It's a learning opportunity, okay? Does anybody have this kit? Has anyone done it yet? If you have any suggestions, just let me know. All right, so I'm gonna put the coppers to the side. And then we'll move on to the colored leaves. So it's awesome that these score lines are in there. I have very long fingernails. If you do not have fingernails, you might, I don't know, you might struggle a little more to score them. You could use your bone folder. I've done this before where you kind of hold it in your hand and push down on it. You might also be able to use your fingers, but instead of like I'm pushing my fingers together to push it down, you might be more putting your fingers in front of each other to push them down, because a finger takes up more real estate than a nail does. So just, we've got plenty of leaves. There's no right or wrong way to do things. So experiment as you go, and you will likely pick up on a technique that works well for you. Again, I'm not sure if it will be helpful or hurtful to fold it all the way. Some of these leaves, like this leaf in particular, the spine is kind of curved, so it wouldn't necessarily work to fold it directly in half, because it just doesn't match up like that. So I'm gonna just continue to be folding them inward, not in half, but inward. And I think that'll be just fine. Hello. Sorry guys, I muted you for a quick minute there. Chris has located the hot glue gun and it is on its way down, so excellent, excellent. I was getting nervous as I'm getting through my leaves thinking, oh goodness, okay, pretty soon here we're gonna need to start gluing things. Okay, so then we've got that. Where did the rest, oh, they moved over there. Okay. Thank you, thank you.
Yep.
Oh, you're the legs of this operation today.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Are. You're welcome.
Shout out to Diane for being the only one with ambition to take the stairs today. Oh goodness. Oh, let's untangle the cord before we plug it in. Isn't that a good idea?
What's in these containers over here?
I don't know.
A net bread.
A nat bread. If you've never had the opportunity to enjoy any of Annette's chocolate zucchini bread or whatever variety it is. Oh, okay, that's hot. That's That's hot. Okay. Whew. Okay. Anyways, Annette is an incredible cook, and she likes to share her talents. Okay, so we are just about through with the first round of leaves. Of course, like I said, I know there's a lot more leaves than this. But we will do one segment here. And see how it goes. What do you think of this color scheme? So it's a little atypical. Of course, we do have some of the traditional leaf colors, like the oranges and the reds and the greens, but threw in a couple blues, even gray and ivory or vanilla, beige. I have a cat behind me. I was like, what is that noise? Oh, goodness. Okay, and then one of the doubles. We'll see if we need that or not. So here are the variety of leaves that we are going to start with. Then we will move to the acorns, which is step number 3. Okay, this thing is on. It's just not getting hot yet. Okay, so in the first segment, it looks like we are going to be doing, there's a double, a single, a double, a single, a single, a double, a single. So it looks like we probably will get by with one acorn. So what we are doing for the single acorn, we'll make a single and a double, but what we're doing for the single is just swooping the wire in. I don't know, I was gonna say in a something, but so we'll swoop it in and then we'll bring it around. Okay, so that's what we're doing for the single. Let's see here. Just making it tie in. Then for the double, we're keeping one straight and then tucking a second one onto it and just wrapping it around. And then I will try to bend this. I'm guessing this is not super big of a deal, but I'm going to bend that down so it's not poking. I'm guessing when we get things glued in, it will not be real much of an issue. Okay, step 4 then is to straighten out our garland that the big wire that we're putting the garland on. You saw I did that earlier in the video. I just got too excited. I wasn't following the instructions. Okay, so what I am uncertain about and trying to figure out before I dive in, it looks like we have a coiled end over here and then a coil or a loop or a hook or whatever on the other end. Excuse me, sorry, I have a scratchy throat. I'm getting an end of summer cold. I've actually been fighting it for not quite a week, and it's really draining me. Okay, so what I'm trying to figure out is how much real estate we are trying to cover with these leaves, because I don't want to bunch it up too close and then run out, and I don't want to not use enough and then it be too empty. So I punched out one of each color of each shape, And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shapes on one. Yeah, I know there's doubles. I might skip counting the doubles for now. So 8 times 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22 with the copper. So 22 times 8 is hard math. I used to be good at math, guys, and then I stopped using it, and now my brain hurts. And that's calendar, not calculator. Sheesh! Okay, so we've got 176 leaves, and approximately, I don't know if this is going to help us at all, but I'm trying to quantify it. So let's say we've got about 5.5 feet, because that seemed about right. So 5.5 times 12 is 66 inches, and 170, we'll round it up because I didn't count the doubles. We'll round it up to 200 leaves. Is that too generous? No, I think that works because there's a bunch of doubles here and a bunch of doubles on the copper. So we'll do 200 divided by 66. So we've got about 1 leaf for every 3 inches. That would seem to track. If you're following my math and that doesn't make sense, call me out. I need help making it make sense. But that seems to track. So we'll start with the big leaf. And it looks like we are just putting glue on the stem. And then I presume we're just putting the stem onto the wire and calling it a day. So that's what we're gonna try, my friends. I'm gonna put glue on the back of the leaf. Glue is not coming out. There we go. And then we're gonna stick that down. And the glue gun's gonna fall. Oh wait, is that 3 leaves for every inch? That's what it is. See, and now that doesn't make sense to me. Because we have 200 leaves and 66 inches. So that means 3 leaves per inch, and that's way more confusing. So that didn't help. I think we're just gonna put them on and pray that we have enough. Okay, next up we have, I'm gonna take the, what is this? Textured vanilla-y looking leaf. And then I'm gonna take tan. Then I think we should throw in a blue. Wasn't there 2 blues? Did I miss something? Nope. Just 1 blue. Okay, that's good. So I don't want it to feel like I'm just throwing a blue in just for kicks. So then I'll do a blue. Oh, goodness. Okay, so I don't want to cover up the little leaf too much. Guys, this is hard. Remember when I said I haven't done home decor in a long time? I don't know if that's going to be okay with so much extra hanging off. Hello, Emily. Thank you so much for joining us. I don't know if I should trim that off. I think I'm going to. I don't know if that's going to be necessary or not, but that's what I'm doing. Okay, so then I feel like I guess I'll go back to going on the stems. I'm gonna bring my take your pick tool. I have been burned by far too many hot glues in my day to try to wrangle the hot glue monster. Okay, then I think I'm gonna put a copper in. I say that and then I go touch the hot glue. The detail on these leaves is exquisite. I am very, very impressed. I think I'm going to add a dab of glue behind, just to lay it down. Give it a home. Okay, then we have this leaf and this leaf. So this would be a good spot for the gray. So I'm gonna tuck the gray behind. I'm going to try to tuck the gray behind. I'm wondering, so I have a feeling when I get to the end, if I have leaves left, I can add them. So like right here, I'm wondering if that's too thin, like if I am missing a leaf in here. I could, oh, here I have a red one too. Oh, red's gonna go next. I could put this one up there. I'm gonna do that. I feel like that, I'm gonna pause. I'm going to plan on doing that, but I should not abort my mission because I'm getting excited. We'll keep going. So then I have this light green one as well. That's gonna go over there-ish, except for I'm gonna do the red one first, and the green one's gonna go here. Does that make sense? That might make sense, I don't know. Okay. Let's put the red one over here. This is nerve-wracking, guys. I feel like the green one should be there. I might need to move this little guy. Oh yeah, I think I like the copper one there, but I'm afraid to commit. So we'll get that there in just a hot minute. Woo! So some of these I've been kind of wrapping around the wire, which has been working pretty well. I'm a fan of that. Once it dries, I will show you. I've got my hand in a very unopportune spot for you. Okay. So I like that. I think that is helping things stay on. I'm going to reposition this one now. I don't know that I have much for advice on how to best do this. Like I said, I'm not following the instructions perfectly because I don't want to feel like I need to sit here and very much manage exactly where the leaves are and what color they are and what I need. I feel like that would be too stressful for me. I would rather just kind of play it by ear and lay them down in a kind of natural order. So like I can see that, you know, I haven't done blue in a while, so maybe now's a good time to bring in a blue. I don't want too many of the same shape or the same color next to each other. And at this point, I've used one of each of what I punched out. So I'm going to pause because I don't want to just repeat the same colors and shapes. That would get boring. So I think what I'm going to do is put these to the side and then punch out one more shape in each color to do, and then I will call it for today, and we will come back at you with a completed garland. So I did one chunk. This is basically one of each color. I didn't do any of the doubles. I could. We'll do that. We'll put this one on. And then, yeah, that's nice because that pulls them out farther. And then I'll start putting one more of each of the colors on, and that should get us a good start to the mix. So I'm just gonna put a dab of glue on the stem. My leaf is gonna fall in it because that's how this goes. Oh, I forgot to fold these. I'll fold it once it's on. This is no quick kit. Will take a while to make it, but it will be nice when it's done. You are absolutely correct, Karen. This takes a little bit of patience. I could see this being a really good kit to do while you're watching a movie or, you know, whatever entertains you. Maybe with a glass of wine, maybe watching the nightly news. Whatever of all of that speaks to you. All right, and then I feel like we're gonna wanna tuck it. Okay, so I now am going to move these pieces out of the way. Because I'm going to switch it up now. And we are going to try again. Now, here's one thing that I think is important to call out. there isn't a wrong way of doing this, okay? So don't get all worked up thinking that, getting too stressed or thinking that you're doing it wrong, because that's not quite how this works. Can I say that? That's not how this works. There's no stress in crafting. Yes, it is a little stressful right now, sitting here thinking, what do I pick next? What should I do? But in the grand scheme of things, which one particular leaf you choose is not going to make or break your garland. Can you rest assured believing that? I pray you can. All right, so I, again, am just going through alternating which leaves I'm punching out so that I get a good variety. What about the pine cones? So I think the pine cones are going in last, but after I'm done with this round, I'm going to circle back to put a couple pine cones in. I have a feeling the essence of the pine cone is to kind of lay it where either it feels like there's an opening, or, you know, to really kind of divide it amongst the design. I'm going to hold on the red because I will wait and see what I think I need, because now I have one of each of the shapes out. And I'm going to rotate to my copper. And punch a couple of those out, and then we are going to get to laying again. Okay, back to the folding. Holy man. Copper ones are a little harder to fold than the paper or the cardstock ones because they're a little thicker. And I'm always so careful about the foil because it's so precious. But again, when you take a step back and look at the whole garland, you're not going to see if, you know, you accidentally tore or scratched or, you know, chose the wrong one, or however you want to say it. I do fully believe that. Then we'll bring in a double again. I'm guessing I'm going to place that more towards the bottom again. That seemed to work out pretty well. Right, getting down to the end here. Ooh, be careful of your glue gun, especially if it's sitting right there. Okay, now we have lots of leaves to choose from again. So I think at this point we are going to want a bigger leaf. How did we end up with green being that shape leaf again? So I think what we're gonna do, I'm gonna grab this big leaf. Now, I feel like this is too much red. We just did a red. But this is where I need to remind myself that it doesn't matter. In the grand scheme of things, it's all gonna work out. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna rip the Band-Aid off. My glue gun is piping hot at this moment. Okay, so now I don't know if I'm gonna keep that green or choose a different size and style of the dark green. But next I'm going to go with this leaf, I think. Let's do that. Take your pick tool, I need you back. Now I feel like I'm gonna go with copper. So I'm kind of alternating between putting the glue on the stems and putting the glue on the garland. Kind of just taking my pick based on where I'm laying the leaf. Okay, now we will bring in, I think it's time for a green. Or a gray. I'm feeling a little stuck, guys. So I think what I'm gonna do is, I am not going to use another one of this leaf. That seems to be too much of the same. But again, I'm trying not to, I'm going to, because that's what I have here. There are the most of this shape of leaf. They had two of them in the middle, so that could be why I'm in just a little bit of a rut right here with it. I think it is just about time to also, oh, I need to put a dab of glue behind here. I don't necessarily want the leaves just floating around. I want them to feel secure. So when there's a leaf that doesn't seem to be adhered enough, like that's just a small little adhesive point, gonna circle back and put a little more adhesive in there. Oopsies, a little more glue in there. Then I think I will bring my gray in, put it down there, and then a little dab up here. Then we really need to put something in the middle here. We got a big empty spot there. looking at my color options, might it be time to bring a blue in? I think blue's okay. We'll put blue there. Okay, then I'm going to bring this vanilla leaf in. All right, then I'm going to bring in this lighter red leaf. Now it's time for brown. I think I only have, oh shoot, time for a copper, you guys. Maybe we'll do copper and green. Okay, this is working. Kind of forgot about my copper friends. Okay. Have so many strings. I'm going to take care of that quickly. Excellent. That made a big difference. Okay, now I'm going to put this guy somewhere in here-ish. That looks pretty good. And then we should end it with a double. Which could look like that. That one doesn't work there. You know, we should end it with a double. Does that mean we are going to? It maybe doesn't. We'll skip the double for now. So I'm fine with that, just the way it is. Now, for the pine cone, this is what we have. We've made it about, okay, so that's how much as we did, and it goes all the way to there. So we've got about a fifth of it done. That might be fair to say. So we have 1, 2. Okay, so of the 12 pine cones, we have 3 of them right here. That would be a little more than we have to use, if that makes sense, because we're a fifth of the way done and we'd be using too many pine cones per capita, if that makes sense. I think a pine cone would look perfect right there. I also think pine cones would look nice right there-ish. So I'm just going to choose, or even there-ish. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I think I just did a little finger counting here. I think this will work. So I'm going to play around with it. I think I'm gonna do it just like that. And the goal here is to get it glued on without getting glue everywhere. But that is not going to be an easy task. Okay, let's just acknowledge that right now. But I think that's gonna be okay. And then here I can see the wires peeking out, so I'm just gonna throw some glue on the wires. And I think that is going to be the end of that. Now I'm gonna move some of these leaves out of the way. Okay, so here's what we have so far. We are about a fifth or a quarter. I'm not scientifically measuring here, of the way through. I think it looks awesome. It is so pretty. Get you a look. I'm scared to look at the back, not gonna lie. It's not terrible. That's a lot better than I was expecting. What do you think? I think it's really pretty. I think it is stepping outside of a lot of us card makers' comfort zones, which is an okay place to go every once in a while outside of our comfort zones. I think it's really cool, really pretty. I'm a fan of it. I like fall, so I might be biased, but I think it's really cool. So I will finish this up and probably come back in a week or a little bit with just the final finishing touches to put on, so that you can see where it ends up. But then I don't really need to sit here and, I hate to say it this way, but waste your time, because it is just going to be a lot of the same of what you just saw. So it's going to be what we call the magic of TV. I'll come back and it'll be, 90% of the way done, and we can finish it up together. I agree, Karen. I think the copper does really add to it. When I was kind of swiveling it and catching those glimpses of copper, that was really, really nice. So I hope you like it. I will give you a heads up before I come back with the part 2. But that should be a good head start for you if you're interested in the kit or have the kit and wanted a little bit of a icebreaker to figure out how to put it together. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for part 2, and looking forward to catching you later in the week with Paper Pumpkin. Sending lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs your way.